built off of that sol to do motion. So we have a few choices. We could go up to do, we could stay the same and go to sol. All right. Now, last chapter, you dealt with non-chord tones, right? Non-chord tones. And you might be asking yourself, Julie, what does that have to do with the saxophone? We're done with that. We're done with that chapter. We're on to a new chapter. Not quite yet. We can use the knowledge that you gained from non-chord tones, those figures, those shapes. You dealt a lot with shapes, right? I came in and saw you dealing with shapes. We can use those to describe the movement of our 5/7 chords, the approach to it, and also the resolution. So can anyone tell me the name of one of your figures, one of those shapes from non-harmonic tones, non-chord tones? Mm-hmm. What about another one?
Suspension.
Okay. Who's going to be brave and come up to the board? Yeah? All you're going to do, I'll give you an example. So one of the ones that you already did was passing tone. And it probably looks something like this, right? I'm not in a key signature, I'm just looking at the shape, right? We call this passing. It also could look like this. It can go the other way. Right? That's passing too. So, and somebody would be brave, come up and write another one for me. And then you pick your friend to write another one. Okay? You pick whoever you want. So while these are going up on the board, I just want to make sure that you're looking at these not in terms of a non-chord tone. We're only looking at the shape. We're going to call this a non-harmonic figure. We're looking at the shape, not a non-harmonic tone. There you go. Francisco, real quick for me since you're up there, can you draw an appoggiatura the other way? Just the backwards way for me. Mm-hmm. So we're going to go down first. Good. And then you can draw whatever shape you wanted to draw for me. Oh, you pick them. You pick them. Have a little fun. Maybe these are your best friends. Maybe they're not your best friends. You want them to go. Good. All right, next. Pick your friends.
You got it. We're in E flat.
Be gentle. Sure, can you show me both ways, both directions it can go?
You know most.
And can you label those for me? Just put a big N over each bar. There we go. Good. All right, pick your friends. Who is mean to you? Who do you want to make it go up there? They were mean.
I don't really care. I'm not a person.
Would you write it just as R?
I would usually put RET, just to be clear. You may have a different set of rules for how you label those in here. And then, let's see, what are we missing? If we have an appoggiatura, what else do we have? Uh-huh, go ahead. You called it. Oh, perfect. And when you do that, let's show you both directions an escape tone can go. And then there's probably one more. I won't hammer on it, but we're missing a pedal tone. It's easy to forget about. So we have all these different.
Anticipation.
Oh, are we missing that?
Yep.
Oh, go ahead. Thanks for volunteering. Did you say escape? Oh, anticipation. All right. I know, I was going crazy. So beautiful. Thank you. So now we have a complete set of our non-harmonic figures, right? Why, Julie? Why did we do this? We already did this chapter. We already had our tests. We're done with these, right? No, we're not done with these. Okay. So we can use the knowledge that you already had, and you guys did really well on this. We can use that knowledge, and we can turn it around in a different way, and we can look at these as not non-harmonic tone figures. But take a look, and let's pretend one of these middle notes. What if we thought about this being the seventh of our 5/7 chord, right? What if this was fa? So this would help us to visualize the approach to our seventh and a resolution. That's what we're using these for. So if you know the big rule, if you know no other rule, if you know this is the big rule, fa has to go to mi. Which one of these won't work? What about this one? Could you do this? If this was fa and it goes down, that works. What about this? No. Yep, that's gone. What about this one? No. Neighbor group is kind of funky. You could make it work.
Yeah,
you flip those around.
Yeah, you could flip it around. It's not really great because this shows the same motion. We can say it clearly here, okay? So it's kind of redundant, this neighbor group. Okay? It's not bad, just redundant. How about this one? Yeah, bottomy. What about that one?
No.
Nope. Yeah.
Oh,
That's a
yeah.
great figure, isn't it?
Great.
No. Who said yes? Raise your hand and be brave.
Sorry.
Raise your hand. Be brave. Right? Why not? Okay. Why not?
No, I was thinking it can because it's just it's mi to fa or.
If you
or
call
fa
this
to
fa,
sol.
if this middle note had to be fa, right? And you know you have to move to mi, this is going the wrong direction, right? It's going up, so it can't possibly go that way, right? So that's why we have to get rid of our retard. Sorry, buddy. I know you really wanted to. All right. What about our escape tone?
Yeah.
Okay, somebody said yes. Who was it? Be great. Okay. So you're saying yes probably because we have one that moves down, right? You see that it's moving down. Right. What's the problem with this one?
I see nothing.
Okay. What?
It can jump octaves.
It could go fa and then go up to so and then jump down to me.
Nope. What does it do? Bottoming.
But
That's all you get.
It doesn't matter that it eventually goes down to me.
No, it'll go straight to me.
Oh.
For right now, you will go fa to me.
Okay.
What's that?
What about the first escape tone? You could have it step down to fa and then jump up to mi.
But then that doesn't really use the figure. Then you would really be saying this, and then you want to jump up later, right? You would be saying, okay, step down. Then you have something that's looking more like a passing tone. So the problem with this one is, well, this one goes up, can't do that. Fa's got to go down to me. Sorry. The problem here is that in escape tone, we know this as being a step and then a leap. There's no leap between fa and mi. You can't leap between fa and mi. It can only be a step. And therefore, sorry, your escape tone will have to disappear. We've got a pedal. What's wrong with this one? Doesn't go anywhere, right? We have an anticipation. What's the problem with this one? It stays there.
The other way.
Well, if you go down the other way, but if you go.
Fa, mi.
This middle one has to be fa. We're using that as
okay.
fa, right? So that one won't work either. So we had all of those possibilities just to show you, but mostly what I wanted to show you is that if we look here, what do we have in common between those four figures? What's also in common, particularly between these three? And I'm looking now that we say all of them have to go down by a step in the resolution. Let's look at this.
Your approach.
In most cases, you're going to approach by step. That is good policy. If you approach by step, you're usually good. In rare instances, you can approach by a skip, or I think you guys follow the lead here. But that's the only figure. You're not going to want to jump from far away. If you're in doubt, step, close motion, close motion. You can use the same note twice. You can use a step below to approach. You can use a step above. Mostly, what I want you to get out of this, in the long form, right, is that you have to come from close motion. You don't want to leave up to fa. It's really disconcerting, okay? So we took a moment, and I'm almost done. We took a moment and we went through all our non-harmonic figures, and for what? To show you that you can only go from a step. You have to be nearby. No, there was a bigger reason. So, let's think here. Alright? Major triad. This is your 5 chord. There's no fa in there. It's sol, ti, re, ti, sol. These figures, that 7th, wasn't always kosher. Up until now, you couldn't use a 7th in your part writing, right? You just did a plain old 5, sol, ti, and re. Some of these would have come out of sol. There's fa. So we're increasing the tension before we resolve. So where these 7ths came from are really, their origin is as a non-harmonic tone. In that case, I played you a passing figure. So let's hear it again. There's 5. There's the add of the 7th. There you go. And then we can resolve. So the point of all this is to show you that that 7th, that fa, didn't come out of nowhere. You just weren't just deciding to throw fa into there. Over time, we've decided that that is a nice kind of dissonance. And more than that, it's a type of dissonance that has a lot of implications. In this case, it's more tense, more crunchy than the 5, but also resolves really well to 1. It really wants to push to 1. So, without further ado, I'm wrapped up with my section. And Shannon.